What is going on? It's your boy, one of them. We are back with some more New Speed No Limits. It's time for episode 708, where we continue our spring 2024 garage showcase. And it's time for the classic sports cars. We have a total of 23 out of the 27 that are available in the game. And we have quite a solid lineup. Some of these, say roughly about less than half of these are maxed out. Majority of them are on their way to being maxed out. A couple of them are closer to stock. But we have a very solid lineup to showcase to y'all today. Majority of y'all have seen most of these cars. Of course, if you pay attention to my entire Need for Speed No Limit series, you would have seen all the cars and how majority of them were obtained, of course. Let's dive straight into our highest rated classic sports car, the OG, the most wanted BMW M3 GTR with the exact wrap from Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005. Whereas this car was featured in multiple Need for Speed games, Carbon. It was also featured in, what was it, Need for Speed Heat. Of course, Unbound. I believe Payback as well. Definitely Need for Speed 2015. And of course, this game as well. And so many people have replicated this car in other games such as Gran Turismo, Forza, even in real life as well. It's one of the most popular video game cars of all time. Continuing on down the list, my personal favorite car in the world, the 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR R34 with the Z-Tune body kit. Of course, this Skyline is a V-Spec 2, but I decided to toss on the Z-Tune kit to give it some more aggression. This build was more set up to be like the Skyline from the fourth Fast and Furious movie. Kind of sort of as a tribute. Continuing on in the Nissan camp, we have our third rated car sitting at 769, the R32 Skyline GTR. Fully maxed out, extremely aggressive body kit, looks phenomenal. Of course, this is the two-door variant. There are also four-door variants of both the R34 and the R32. But this one being the two-door variant, it looks quite nice. I like the aggressive styling of the body kit. Continuing on, in the number 4 spot, we have the Mark IV Toyota Supra from 1996. Fully maxed out, super aggressive body kit as well. I didn't go with the Fast and the Furious body kit that is actually available in this game. I went with a completely different body kit, and I think it came out phenomenal. Mostly because I think the other kit wasn't like really wide or anything, but all good. Looks phenomenal. Drives very quick. Like it a lot. Continuing on down the list, we have the, I believe this is like the mid-late 90s Porsche 911 Carrera, the 993 variant. This one is a very popular version of the Porsche, especially from the RWB camp. Looks super nice. Of course, there's older versions of this Porsche that are even more popular, especially with the RWB camp, but this is another one of them. Super aggressive, super nice styling. Sitting at 761. Moving on, we have an old school soul right here. We have the Jaguar E-Type lightweight variant. This car, absolutely phenomenal car back in its time. I believe from the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. This one with a special wrap coming from the artist George, what was her name? God, I don't remember her name. but Australian artist. Uh, First name George. I can't think of the last name. No, not George Lucas because that's Star Wars. Anyways, did change up the wheels, however, made it more uh, vintage style as well. Looks phenomenal. I like the look. Continuing on down the line, with another maxed out car, 1991 Honda NSX. Not the Type R, however. This one's sitting at 756. Of course, no body kit that came with this car, but they okay. It looks phenomenal regardless. And I think the exhaust is stock as well. Again, it looks phenomenal. Continuing on down the list, we have our 1995 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6. This car preceded the generation that actually ended up going to the US, because for a time, I believe the first 6 or 7 generations uh, were not released to any other markets except for Japanese and European markets. And then we complained about it, and Mitsubishi finally answered the call and said, yeah, sure, we'll give you Evos starting with the Evo 7. But this is the Evo 6. Crazy aggressive body kit, GT style, maxed out at 715. Very nice car. Close by, we have another Nissan. We have the Silvia Spec R. This is the S15 Silvia. Super nice. This one is the successor to the 240SX, which is the successor to the 180SX that you will actually see a little bit later. Rocket Bunny kit, super aggressive, super nice styling. Maxed out at 704. Continuing on down the line, we have our first Italian exotic, the Lamborghini Countach LP5000 Quattro Valvole, aka the Miami Vice Lambo. Of course, not in any Miami Vice colors. We actually have this crazy looking wrap set up on it. This is the first not maxed out classic sports car that we are showcasing in this episode, but sitting at a very close $699. Double checking, yes. Now we're moving on to the Mazda RX-7. This is the FD, so this is the 3rd generation RX-7 with the Rocket Bunny kit. Crazy aggressive styling. I went with a different rear wing instead of the normal duck build that you would see with the Rocket Bunny kits. I wanted to go for more drift missile style, but it looks absolutely phenomenal, especially with those Workmeister S13 rims in deep dish. That is phenomenal styling. Continuing on, as I mentioned before, this is the Nissan 180SX. This is the Type X variant, so this is the S13. In Japan, these were known as the Silvias as well. But again, this is the S13 Silvia in Japan with the Rocket Bunny kit. Also some of the Rocket Bunny logoing that you would see. Speed Hunters as well. And this actually came from a Fast Lane event. And I believe this is the very first Fast Lane event car that you can win. Absolutely phenomenal. Continuing on, we have another Lamborghini. This is the very first Lamborghini supercar, the Lamborghini Miura P400 SV. This is the Lamborghini that put Lamborghini on the map. Of course, there was a couple other Lamborghini cars before this one, but this is the one that set it off. Lamborghini on the path to success. Absolutely phenomenal. Sitting at 666. Continuing on, we have another maxed out car with the BMW M3 Coupe from 1999. Super crazy, aggressive DTM GT style body kit with the BBS RS wheels. Gives it a very 80s, early 90s DTM style to it, and that's exactly what I was going for with this kit. Continuing on, we have one of two 1990 Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.5-16 Evo 2s. This one in particular is actually the cover car for Need for Speed Unbound. And this is actually a real life car made for the music artist ASAP Rocky. Of course, ASAP standing for Always Strive and Prosper, and then on the right side of the car is the title of one of his albums, If Not Now, Then When. Super duper awesome styling, sort of classic yet aggressive, not crazy wide like how I like it, but it looks phenomenal regardless. Even has the aero disc on the front wheels, looks phenomenal. Continuing on, we have another maxed out Nissan, this one being the OG GTR Skyline. This one from 1971, of course maxed out with a crazy aggressive wide body kit. Almost looks unrecognizable as a Nissan Skyline, but you can tell based off the taillights and the headlights that this is the OG Nissan Skyline, the 2000 GTR. Showing at 651. Continuing on, we have another non-maxed out car. This one, the Honda S2000, sitting at 618. Of course, convertible top, but you can't drop the top on this one. Has the widened fenders on this one as well. And I think maybe an exhaust, probably not. But absolutely phenomenal. Actually, quite quick car, and I like it. Moving on to another American classic, we have the Shelby Daytona Coupe from the mid 60s. Actually, I think mid to late 60s. This one designed by the man himself, Carroll Shelby, and is an absolutely phenomenal sort of circuit track racer. Actually, I think also won Le Mans in the GT class as well. So on to the second of our Mercedes-Benz 190E Evo 2s that we have. This one is the non-ASAP Rocky edition. This one is actually phenomenal looking as well. The styling is definitely crazy, definitely slightly aggressive, but not as dope as ASAP. ASAP got it going on. He definitely knew what he was doing when he designed that car with Need for Speed and EA games. Continuing on, we have the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. This is the Gen 1 Eclipse from the mid 90s. Absolutely phenomenal car. Especially in real life. I actually had the fortunate chance to drive one of these, and it is a fun little. They called it a hatchback, but this one, fun little car to drive. Continuing our Italian exotics, we have the Ferrari F355 Berlinetta, of course in Ferrari red. I believe this is the Rosa Scuderia, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice car. Currently not maxed out, not even close, but she's quick in her current state. Continuing on, we have a very, very vintage car, the Aston Martin DB5. This is the original James Bond car. course, this not being the actual James Bond car, or else you see machine guns popping out the headlights, and you see like little oil things popping out from the rear, and the license plate would be able to change. But besides all that, as far as car wise, this is the OG Bond car. This is the car that started it all when it came to James Bond. And finally, our lowest rated classic sports car is the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4, sitting at a 461. Of course, no body kit for this car, but doesn't really need one. It looks phenomenal as is. Of course, in its heyday, this car was highly technologically advanced. And that will wrap it up for this episode of Need Speed No Limits. Tune in next time for episode 709, where we will focus on the muscle category of cars in the Spring 2024 Garage Showcase. Like and subscribe for more content. Also for motorsports and gaming content, I will leave links to different channels in the description, as well as links to my Discord and Patreon so you become members, help support the channel, and help me to produce better content. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. It's your boy, Warner Brother. Much love, much appreciation. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Peace.